Hello there. This is BJ from Christian Story Press. I'm doing this video because basically, basically, I've been a publisher of ebooks, paperback books, and audiobooks for how-to guides all my life. I mean, pretty a fairly long time. I started self-publishing, Kindle publishing for another brand that I built from the ground up, um, called How Expert. As you can see, we have almost 300 books, 250 books, ebooks and paperback books and audiobooks from all topics from A to Z. As you can see, that's our brand. Quick how-to guides on all topics from A to Z. So we cover all topics on Amazon, ebooks, books, and audiobooks on various different topics: otaku, extreme ironing, unique topics, miniature gardening, hemp jewelry, Black Friday, publishing through puberty, written by a teenage author, how to draw manga, piano tutor, stand-up paddleboarding, how to write comic strips. So INFJ author, scratch golfer, gentrification, one of mine, crunchy parenting, anti-bullying. We have all kinds of topics. And as a born again believer, this was my path, and it's still my path. And I don't know all my future path in the future, but lately I just felt, as a believer, I felt I always am in tune with what God is telling me to do, calling me to do, and and little by little, I listen to signs, I listen to little things, and I'm very in tune what's going on. I'm in tune with what there's a demand. And today, I use a freelancing website called Upwork.com, where I hire the writers. Okay. And I hire them and I instruct them and I give them instructions. They write the book and I publish the book and I put their name on the map, through these guides that I've published over the years. Um, so it's a win-win situation because I build my brand, How Expert, also their name. It's a win-win situation because not everyone knows how to publish a book and get their name out there. So it's a very good benefit for the writers because they're writers. A lot of times in the past, they just write articles and blog posts, but writing a book, becoming an author is the new business card, is the new brand builder. So once they write a book for How Expert, they have a they have a resume builder. It's on their resume that they wrote a book. They're not just a writer. Now they're an author. Okay, they get to share their story. Now, as I've been doing this, I have noticed the demand for short stories. Okay, fiction. I also have a publishing brand called Short Story Press, where I show you where we publish quick stories by all kinds of writers from A to Z, all kinds of topics that they want to write about. We have short stories, okay, all kinds of topics. Now, I have noticed the demand for short stories has been higher than how-to writers. And one of the writers today I'm looking at writers constantly. And one of the writers that I just saw today has, hold on one second, please. Okay, today I saw a writer today. Hold on. Let me see by newest applicants. Yes. No, not Kevin. I believe it was Michael. Yeah, Michael. I saw a writer by the name of Michael, and I usually ask in the cover letter, what is your short story concept and plot? And to be frank, I do not hire everybody because I'm looking for people who are detailed. Someone like Michael who wrote a long detail, as opposed to nothing wrong with this particular person, but someone who writes one or two sentences. I'm looking for someone who's passionate about the story. So I could tell Michael, from my experience as a publisher, he's passionate. This story's in his mind. And then I told and the people who are like that, I put a plus mark, for my short story brand. I hired this person, Timothy, for a unique story that he was passionate about, all kinds of stories. But today, Michael, when I was looking through his short story plot, I saw this. My concept is a Christian themed fantasy about a ranger prince who was and I didn't see the whole thing, but the first thing I saw, Christian themed fantasy. When I saw that, I thought about my Christian brand that I built, that God actually built, not me. I mean, it's all glory to Him. Okay, I'm just a I'm just a guy just taking action, and it's all him. Glory to God. And I've only done one or two, maybe 7 books in total. We did this back in 2013. But over the years, I've been busy with my How Expert brand. I've been busy with Short Story Press, all kinds of stuff. So I didn't take time to this other brand that I thought of in the past, Christian Story Press, that where we published real testimonies, real Christian stories by real people. Okay, the same concept. I put the brand Christian Story Press with their name, the writer's name, and I kind of stopped it. I wrote my own personal testimony to it, called "This New Age the Christian Story," all my own. It's not popular. I'll be honest with you. It's okay. I'm taking action one step at a time. That's just the type of personality I have. We published another one in 2017, another story, and we published another one in another book in 2017 by another writer, James Brown, Susanna Woolman. Okay, but it didn't take off because I was just busy in how-to guides. I was busy with short stories, but just recently I have noticed. Um, I just feel and sense. I've seen, whether you believe the way I believe or not, I believe, like, God speaks through signs, and I've seen the word. When I'm working out at the gym, I see a commercial about a Christian publishing company. I feel like God's talking to me. When I'm running, in the mountains, I see, CSP or CSP, similar. It was CPS or CSP, similar initials to this brand's Christian Story Press. I'm seeing this today. I'm looking for a regular short story writer, and I see a writer who's the type of writer I want, someone who's passionate, writes long detail in the cover letter, and he says Christian story theme fantasy. So now I believe that's a message. Okay, God's speaking to me to tell me to, hey, go for this. Okay, maybe I don't know about the future of How Expert. I have plans to. We have 300 books. I want to publish 1,000 books here. With Short Story Press, I can publish 1,000 stories with this one too. But I feel like God is. Maybe I'll continue. I believe I'll continue doing this, and I'll continue doing this. But I'm gonna take a step forward in this. God's. The brand that God gave me an idea for back in the days, Christian Story Press, and I'm going to walk in it. So what I'm going to do, I'm doing this video to document my journey, right? Document my journey. Like entrepreneurs I listen to, Gary Vaynerchuk, he says to document your journey. Okay. I'm not, by the way, I'm not your typical Christian guy who's on YouTube and going to share with you, the messages that you heard. I come from the, I would say the real world. I'm not a guy who's at church all the time, and nothing wrong with that. That's them, but it's just me. Okay. So if I say certain things like, oh, you're like, oh, you listen to this guy, he cusses or whatever. I'm sorry. I'm coming from the real world. Okay. But I'm going to do it. God, everyone's built differently, uniquely. Everyone has a unique thumbprint. Okay. I have a unique thumbprint. You have a unique thumbprint. Everyone's different. So my encouragement is, so be yourself all the way, because God can use you in any way. It's not used in this formula. You can't put God in a box, right? Oh, because of this person's against. No, you don't know. God works in mysterious ways, right? So I felt a sense that God is calling me to go into this again, Christian Story Press. So I'm definitely looking into hiring Michael for this. Thank you for the confirmation, and I may hire him either for Short Story Press or for Christian Story Press. I'm not sure yet, but I'm definitely going to put new job posts. As you can see, I have a lot of demand for Short Story Press writers, but this is for how expert how-to writers. There's not as much how-to writers. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to post a new job for. I'm going to post a new job. Hold on one second. What I'm going to do is I'm going to model the previous in-demand job post for Short Story Press, and I'm gonna do it for a Christian niche, okay, in that genre. USA Christian. Let's do USA writers. Okay. For right now, I might do fiction writers. Okay, I might do fiction writers right now. Okay, because Right, if I could for or fiction story for Christian Story Press. Okay. And I'm just documenting a journey because that's one of the entrepreneurs I look up to and listen to. Gary Vaynerchuk says to document your journey. And I encourage you, whatever business, whatever dream, whatever ministry, whatever anything you have that you're passionate about, document your journey. That's how you can build it. That's how you can, because the YouTube is a new TV. That's how people are going to search you and find you. And they're going to resonate with you. They're going to see you. They're going to connect with you, resonate with you, and eventually buy from you whatever products you have. Okay, it's about impact. Okay, it's about eternal impact for this. And I'm going to use the concept I've learned as an entrepreneur for 10 years and the internet entrepreneur, and I'm going to use it now for Christian Story Press now for God. That's what I'm going to do. Whatever talents you have right now that you have built up, skill sets that you have built up, knowledge that you have built up, maximize it. Right. For many years I didn't do it for the kingdom, right? But now I'm ready to do it because I've seen signs and I feel like God's calling me to go in that direction. And recently I've even, met with I was doing music for my, publishing brand. We do music too. And one of the musicians that I hired is I found out he's a gospel rapper. So the first 3 songs that we did was nothing related to gospel rap, but the third song, I had the idea like, hey, let's do it. Let's do a Christian song this time. And I also rapped in it. He rapped in it. Obviously, I have a producer who's Christian. All 3 of us are, and we did a song. I believe that was great. I mean, it was all glory to God. And I just felt like the directions in my life where I'm going towards is going towards something related to this, related to in this industry, Christian Story Press, Christian, something related to this, because I was in the world, going to A to Z, but I wasn't doing really the using those tools specifically, right, for Christian stories. And I know I have the skill sets, over the years as an entrepreneur. So that's what I'm going to do. And right now, I'm just going to post these jobs. If you want to write for Christian Story Press, if you want to do music for Christian Story Press, if you want to do anything, whether it's for real life testimonies, you want to do videos, or real life testimonies you want to do through writing and become an author on Amazon, or you want to write fictional stories, right? Just like Michael that I found right here. Okay. Then click the link below the video. I'll put up links to get that so you can check out those job posts. I primarily use Upwork.com, which is as of right now, the most popular freelancing website where employers hire freelancers. Okay. And it's free account to create. So check out the job posts. In the meantime, I'm going to document the journey of posting this job. It may take long. I don't know. Again, it's not about perfectionism. That's what I learned in entrepreneurship. Imperfect action is better than perfect inaction. That's the philosophy I live by, to be able to go from nothing to making something through the internet. And I'm going to do it for his glory now. Okay. One step at a time. Okay. My concept is, so I'm going to post this job, Christian Story Press for fiction, Christian short story fiction writers. I got to use it right. I'm still taking one step at a time. So right now I might be looking for 5,000 words or 15,000 words, but over time I might change this. Okay. Christian story, short story, fiction writers. Christians. Let me do this. Fiction writers write a word fiction story. I personally I like real life testimony, so I'm gonna try to do a real one right now. Let's try to do a real one. So Christian real life stories and testimony writers. Write a 5 to 10K word testimony, because that's the original vision I had, was to write real life testimony and stories. Where did that come from? Because 10 plus years, I'll tell you the story. 10 plus years ago, I was watching CNN, and I saw a young guy my age at the time, around his mid 20s. I was mid 20s 10 plus years ago. Before I did internet marketing, I was working at a convenience store. And this guy came on CNN and he said he was going to denounce the Holy Spirit. And he did it on YouTube. And he told everybody his age who was on YouTube at the time to denounce the Holy Spirit. And all these young folks who were watching YouTube at the time, they did the same thing. They got on YouTube, recorded themselves denouncing the Holy Spirit. At that time, God gave me the idea, said, you know what? Why don't Christians stand up and do YouTube videos and do testimonies to fight back the devil, to fight back Satan? Okay, and that's when I got the idea, let's do this. Let's do evangelism right through testimonies, because when I was a non-believer, it wasn't necessarily preaching that really struck me. It was different ways. It was through real life stories. It was through music. I had a friend who would rap to me about God all the time when I was a non-believer, but I was open-minded enough, and I enjoyed listening to music. So I would listen to music, and through that, the seed of truth was planted in my heart. And over time, I was able to believe. Okay, so God does not just preach at a pedestal in the podium on Sunday only. He does it through music. He does it through media like YouTube. He does it outside the box. So I'm going to take this outside the box approach and keep going forward. And I need born again believers to work together to do this. I cannot do this by myself. This is not my own. This is His. This is God's. Okay. And I'm just going to take that one step. And I truly believe if I do this over time, this can make an eternal impact. And that's the mission. The purpose behind Christian Story Press is to make an eternal impact in the world, to evangelize the gospel to the entire world and make an eternal impact in the world. Not just a positive impact in the world while we live, but an eternal impact in the world. Because the books here on Amazon will probably stay here forever. The videos, after we all move on YouTube, will stay forever, to be able to make that eternal impact. Because back in the days, what I've learned as an entrepreneur, back in the days, it used to be about, they used to have three channels: ABC, CBS, or what else is there? ABC, CBS, and NBC. Those are the three main platforms to watch. What I learned through the internet age, in the future, those are going to be extinct, and the three new platforms that people are going to watch, the new younger generation, is not CBS, not ABC, not NBC. You know what it is? It's going to be YouTube. It's going to be Facebook. It's going to be Instagram. So let's make an eternal impact on those three platforms for now and the future, for God's glory at the end of the day. Okay. Now I said that, and I'm going to just take some time to repost this. And if you feel called, okay, in your sense that you want to share your story, either through a video, either through a book, either through a fiction, either through music, whatever talent you have, I encourage you to go for it and make an eternal impact. And if you want to do it for God through How Expert, for God through How Expert, excuse me, through Christian Story Press, then click the link below. Let's do it. Okay, let's do it one step at a time. Christian real life stories and testimonies writers. Right. Okay, here we go. Okay. Perfect. This is perfect. Okay. What is your testimony? All stories might be. This is a previous post for another brand, but I'm gonna model it. Short story, not a novelette. Usually short story have only one plot. Okay. Where's your source story? Title. Title and subtitle. What is the genre of story? Obviously, this is not as important as Christian Story Press. Okay, what is your proof of expertise? Let's say, what is your? I don't really need proof. What is your best role reflects in the story? We're willing to, for right now, we primarily work with USA writers, but we're open to UK and Canada and worldwide over time. Okay. The reason why we focus on USA writers is because our readers are from the US. Okay. And that reason, but we're going to start with US. I'm from the US, and we're going to start with USA writers. But over time, we have stories from all worldwide. I truly believe that. My dad was a diplomat, so I grew up traveling the world, living in like 4 to 5 continents. So I'm open to worldwide point of view as well. Okay. We have a one-time payment. Our price may not be as high as others, but again, because we do have a budget and we need to stick to it. And ultimately, it's not about money. This is to make an eternal impact and to keep it simple. Okay, so we're gonna pay one-time payment. There is no royalties. I'm gonna say upfront everything. I'm gonna be direct as possible. Okay, we're gonna pay you one time after you finish the work, but there is no royalties. Why? Because if there's royalties, when we have hundreds of writers, that's gonna be like 10 different jobs looking at the stats, who to pay this and that. And some books don't even sell. So we're just gonna keep it simple, pay full at the end, and your benefit is that you get credit as a writer. Okay, your name is on Amazon. That's a great, dream for a lot of people to write a book. Okay, so we're open to a short story or a long story, whatever it takes. Okay, we're taking one step, and this will be modified over time. Okay, if you don't want to do a short story, prefer to write a fiction book. Let us know how many words you can write. Okay. Also, on top of the book that we need 100-word about the author section, about you in third person, because that can be in the back of end of the book about who you are. A 200-word book description is needed to be on Amazon. So if there's a book on Amazon, for example, this was actually written by Veronica Morgan. We need a 200-word book description from your words. We rather have the writer write it from her or his words, okay? And a 500-word article about a summary version, what a summary of the book, okay? To promote the book over time. The 3 parts above will not be counted. These 3 parts are not going to be counted as word count for the book, okay? This is just required to finalize the book to be published on Amazon. Amazing benefits. You'll be able to become an author. You write for us, your name and your credibility will grow for a lifetime because you will make sure your name and credibility as an author in your field reaches worldwide. This is a one-time payment, okay? Okay. So that's it for right now. I may have missed some points, but let's just do an ongoing project right now. What is your source? Um, and testimony in a summary. The more unique, interesting, a little detailed, the better the chance of getting picked. Again, we're on average for my other publishing brands, companies like How Expert, we hire only 10% to 15% of the people who apply. Okay, so it's nothing personal if we don't hire you. It's just because we're looking for somebody who's really passionate about the story. So how do I know you're passionate about it? It's by the length, how detailed, how unique, how interesting, how detailed you write in these cover letter answers. If you write 1 to 2 to 3 sentence answers, that to me, everyone else does that. 90%, 80% of applicants do that because they're in a rush. They want to apply for other jobs. And I totally understand. I will probably be like that as well. But the people who really stand out, we want to make sure is quality books at the end of the day. Okay. Those are usually the people who write longer in detail in these answers. So if you really want to do this, please be as detailed as possible. That would communicate to me you're serious about this. Okay. Just because we're doing for Kingdom does not mean we're going to just accept everybody. Okay. We have to have a high standard to make sure you're serious. Okay. It's not generally all about grammar, or it doesn't even matter how much you did in the past. It's about your story, how passion. We're looking for passion, authenticity, realness, genuineness, fire behind those words. Okay. What is your recommended suggested story title and subtitle? Okay. Okay. We prefer a logical, relevant title and subtitle so that people, masses, can instantly know what is through the title and subtitle. Okay. So don't be super vague, like, calling a book The Quest. Like maybe the title could be vague, but the subtitle make it descriptive, from New Age to Christianity. Like instantly, I know, okay, it's a story about someone who went from New Age to Christian. Okay, so be logical. Use the keywords people are searching for with your audience. If you were an ex-gang member, ex-gang member to born-again believer. Okay? Don't say the ocean. Like don't be vague. Give us a logical title. What is your proof of expertise? Okay, we don't really need that. By your testimony, I already know your testimony. Okay. Can you write a short story? Real testimony. 5,000 to 15,000 for 25. Okay, we might do it longer. Actually, I might even for longer length. I might pay more. Yes or no? Can you write a longer fiction book? No, longer testimony book. Okay. And let me ask you one last question. I'll say this. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to ask you if this is for nonfiction. Okay, this is for nonfiction. Now, I want to ask if you're a fiction writer. I'm willing to possibly do fiction. Do you prefer, if you prefer to write fiction? Okay. Let me ask you this. Let me just ask people in general. Do you prefer to write fiction, a nonfiction, real story testimony, or fiction, no story, for Christian Story Press project? I personally prefer nonfiction, real story, because that's just direct. Okay, but I might be open to it. If we do short stories that are fictional, I think what I'm sensing is that if you have a fiction, we'll do it for Short Story Press. Okay. But if it's real testimony, I think I want it for Christian Story Press. Okay. If nonfiction, real story, then we will do for Christian Story Press. If nonfiction, if fiction story, then for we will do for we may do it for Short Story Press. Okay, that's how I'm going to put it right now. Okay. Yeah. How long do we want it? I think 5,000 is too short for a testimony because I did it myself. It was 10,000 minimum, so I don't want to do 5,000. That's too short. I might even change this up actually. Okay, 10,000 at least to 20,000. Okay. Okay. That means I might have to increase the rate for sure. Let me just start off with this rate and see if people. I'm going to go with supply and demand. That's how business works. Okay. If I have to raise the price, okay, I will. If not, I'll stay at as is. Well, let's take it one step at a time. Okay. What did you recommend? Suggest a story? Okay, it's not fiction. Can you write real Christian testimony? Testimony. 10 to them for. Usually for how to guys, our approach is 20,000 words for $200. Okay, but this project is just this is big. To be quite honest, right now, I'm really not making any money from Christian Story Press. Okay, so the only reason I'm able to fund this is because of my business How Expert. But over time, I think if we have hundreds of Christian Story Press books, it's going to fund itself. Okay, but I really believe I'm called to do this. Okay, I'm called to use my talents for God's kingdom, and I want to do it to make an eternal impact. How Expert is positive impact, great, but eternal impact is even bigger, I believe, right? So, let me see. I'll think about the rate over time, and that's how we're gonna start. We're just getting started again. Okay, so I'm gonna do next. Right now, we'll do U.S. only. Anyone? We're gonna look for 99 freelancers because we're looking to hire as many people as possible. Okay. Let me take a look. Is in the right? Okay, put it under Christian Story Press. Boom. Post job now. Okay. Stories. You know what? I'm gonna have to raise the rate. I just because I just have a different vision. I want to kind of model How Expert now. Then we're gonna do real life stories. Let's do 20,000 words for two. Let's just do the same rate then. I forget short stories. I want longer because 5,000 is too short. let's start from the let's do as best as possible. Most people can't finish 25,000 words, just from my experience. 5,000 is too short. So, ideally I'm looking for 10,000 words to 25,000 words. Okay. The reason I like 25,000 words, it becomes a 100-page book. And when it becomes 100 pages, at least it becomes a little bit more official, right? But that's okay. We focus on short stories. That's fine. Short real life stories is okay. Okay. What is your best lowest rate for 10,000? Okay. And we'll give bonuses based on your length. Okay. So right now, our rate is this is going to be our rate. Okay. 10,000 words. This is gonna be. Bear with me. We're not making anything from. So this is how he is right now. I know you couldn't compare to other writing projects, but the other writing projects don't give you the opportunity to become an author. So that's another opportunity that far exceeds just getting paid. Okay, so please bear with me. Okay, we'll do this for right now. And if it's over 25,000 words, okay, if you write that long, but don't force writing so much, please. Okay, only write what you can write. Okay. Let me just try this for right now, okay? Plus the opportunity to become a published Christian Story Press author at Amazon, okay? Priceless. Okay? We will start with USA writers because majority of our readers are from the US. Then we will open the doors to UK, Canada, and worldwide writers. Matter of fact, I'm probably going to put a worldwide writers right now. Okay. Okay. This is for real life Christian stories and born again testimonies. Okay. If nonfiction, basically nonfiction, meaning real. If you are interested in fictional writing instead, please let us know. And we are still interested and may hire you for our fictional brand called Short Story Press. Thank you. Okay, so this is our rate right now. Hold on a second. Okay, hold on a second. Forget the genre. We don't need. I don't even need the proof. I just need to know two things. Okay, I just need to know your story and what's your suggested title and subtitle for this. Okay, our rate. I'm going to change it. It's negotiable for sure. Also, we're gonna provide bonuses. I learned that over time. Bonuses. I learned this over time through my How Expert guides. Hold on one second. Thank you, Michael. I'm gonna do plus you. Okay. CSP. Just put CSP right now. Okay. Okay. Let me take a look at all the jobs, and we have a bonus structure for How Expert. So I'm gonna model that for Christian Story Press. Hold on a second. By the way, if you want to write how-to guides for How Expert, feel free to check out our How Expert jobs as well. Okay, this is our bonus. This is our bonus structure. If you get 5-star writing, okay, then we're gonna get bonuses. Okay, I see. Hold on a second. Please do not force the word kinds. We prioritize quality first. Okay, 5 stars within 1 year. Okay, 5-star bonus if you get 5-star for Amazon book, no audio book. Okay. This is a new bonus for our writers, for our new writers. To make an incentive for quality 5-star books for free, we'll send a $5 bonus for 10 5-star book maximum final worth. Okay, again, these must be authentic, organic, real reviews. They can be written by like your family members or like that goes against Amazon terms of service or like your own other account. You can't do that. It has to be organic readers. Okay. We do have a budget since we have hundreds of writers. Whenever you get a 5-star review within 1 year after it is posted, please message me how many 5 stars you got, and I'll send over the bonus to you over time. If you find out over via anyone that you got reviews from someone you know, we'll report this to Upwork and Amazon, okay? Because we follow all terms. So it's now allowed to tell, your friend so-and-so who never read the book to do a 5-star review. It has to be verified, purchased 5-star reviews. Okay. I want to be strict on that. Okay. Let's do the right thing. In Proverbs, the word righteous comes out more than most words. Do the right thing. Okay. 5-star bonus. Let me see. If you find out 5-star verified purchased 5 stars. Okay. Okay. Hold on a second. Okay. I actually prefer 25,000 words if you can finish that. Can you do that? If you can do 25,000 words, if that's too long, because from my experience, the everyday person doesn't. Everyday people. This is for everyday people. Everyday stories, right? I noticed this. When I just put 25,000, most people don't finish 25,000 words. That's why I want to have two different categories. If you write 10,000 words, this is the rate. 25,000 words is the rate. Okay. 20,000, 25 is the same thing. So let's just do this. 20,000 words is $100. Okay. But if you get 5-star reviews, I'll add more. I prefer 25,000 words though, because it becomes a 100-page book. 5 verified purchase 5 stars within 1 year. Okay. Okay. Also, extra 5,000 words. If total extra, just put extra 20. Okay, because ideally we want 25,000 words, but not everyone can finish that much. Maybe 30,000 words. I don't know, but don't do it for the money. Okay, 25,000 words just for the book. Extra $25. So that'll be 125. Okay, 5-star bonus if you get 5 reviews for Amazon. Okay, let me just keep it simple. Not the audiobook. So which means, let me make it simpler. We will send a $10 bonus for each 5-star book that is a verified purchased customer. Okay. Organic, real customer, not bought from some service. Okay. That's all I have to say right now. Okay, let me tell you. Let me see. Okay, if we find out via Amazon, also, if we're at a 5, we want to hire you again for more books, more courses. Okay. We're also open to, if you write a 5-star book, we're open to hiring you to do an online PowerPoint video presentation, like a 2-hour video course for your book. Okay. I mean, not a course, but a video version of you sharing your story, your book in a video format, because you can teach the same message in different mediums. Okay. So if you get our we're getting more for books, more courses, more additional ideas and features, such as a possible video testimony, 2-hour video, such as a possible 1 to 2 hour video course testimony story, you teaching, sharing your story in the book, because the same message can be taught in different mediums. Okay. So let's all do this right thing. Be honest, ethical, and let's do our best. All the best. Okay. Awesome. Okay. That's done. We also need 3 book extras. Okay. Where's the book? Hold on. I'm just going to make it easier to read. Okay. We got that. We got the bonuses. We got the amazing benefits. And that's it. We'll take it one step at a time. Okay. So if you're interested in working and doing work for God through Christian Story Press, click the link below. Check out the projects. Talk to you soon. Take care.